A rivalry many centuries old, since ancient times the tales were told, of two great kings, one dark, one light, who twice a year would heroically fight. The Holly King, darksome one, ruled the winter, the dimming sun, while the King of Oak was vibrant, bright. He reigned over summer, the growing light. At Yule they would battle. 'Twas an inspiring scene. Tonight is the longest night of the year, solstice night. Tonight we honor the darkness and celebrate the return of the light. Tonight settle in, just be here now in this moment, this sacred space. Watch and listen as we spin a winter's tale. The stage outdoors beneath the night sky, before a narrow field, the gentle melody of a babbling brook somewhere nearby. Though you don't feel it safely tucked in your warm and sacred space, the air is cold and brisk. Can you see stars dotting the inky black sky, points of light beckoning from far off places? You can almost smell the pine and fresh snow blanketing the scene. The moon, full and high, casts a glow all around. Just bask in the quiet beauty of all you see. Suddenly, you hear the crunch of snow beneath heavy boots, breaking the silence. A man steps out from the dense forest and enters the narrow field. He wears a dark robe, dark as the night sky. A large sword, enclosed in a scabbard, is tied to his waist. His shaft taps lightly on his leg, in time with his steps. Watching closely, his movements seem stiff and heavy. His body, once strong and muscular, is now aged. His hair is silver white. On his head is a crown of holly. It slips down from its perch, covering his eyes. He sighs, pushing it back into place. The bright green holly leaves still hold some luster, but like him, they have dulled with age. Yet he is a king. Do not dare doubt. His piercing black eyes are clear and sharp. His posture still proudly erect. When he walks forward on the snow, his sturdy boots make no imprint on its mantle. This is no ordinary man. This is the Holly King, Lord of the Dark, ruler of long nights. Laughing with the wild hunt, he rides through the night sky, bathing the land in the beauty of ice and darkness, bringing peace, reflection, and renewal. The Holly King strides to the center of the clearing and waits. Looking skyward in contemplation, his fingers tap lightly on the blade at his side. A sharp noise of sticks snapping startles him, and he turns his head towards the sound. Emerging from the tall trees, striding lightly forward, comes a young man. His light brown and green garments flutter in the breeze as he comes closer. A smile crosses the face of the Holly King. Ah, finally 'tis time for battle, young one. You hear the sing of metal as each draws their sword and marches forward to fight. Silence as they meet, the young and old, the light and dark. They bow their heads, honoring each other, and then quicker than you can blink, the clash of steel is ringing out, echoing off the trees. They are well matched, a reflection of each other, exchanging blow for blow. You watch as they bravely fight for what seems an eternity, until you notice the first pink rays of dawn's light striking the snow. As the light ripples across the frozen meadow, the battle stops. The men, the heat of their endeavors steaming off them, look up to see the sunrise. The Holly King stares down at the sword in his hands. The crown of holly has again slid from his brow. His breath is labored with effort. He looks across to his opponent, and their gazes meet. And in that moment, their eyes hold a knowledge older than time itself, older than the mighty trees of which they were born. The young man raises his sword. The Holly King nods and steps forward into the blow. As the Holly King falls, The young man, tears running down his cheek, catches him and holds him tight. You clearly hear the Holly King say, "Goodbye, my brother, until our next battle." The younger man responds, "Sleep well, my brother, until we meet again." He gently lowers his brother, the Holly King, to the earth's embrace. The shining goddess emerges from the woods, ethereal, shimmering, all-knowing, and all-powerful. She carries a crown of luscious green oak leaves and acorns. She places it upon the brow of the Oak King, and with a kiss welcomes him back. She then kneels before the Holly King, her lord of the dark. With cold, freezing tears, she covers him with snow. He will sleep peacefully until the fullness of the light is again upon the world, when he will awaken young and renewed, when he will once again face his brother, the King of Oak, in immortal combat. For thus do the seasons change and the wheel of life turn. You have borne witness to the battle. You have seen the promise of new life and new beginnings in the youthful glow and strength of the Oak King.